What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom calls for Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk winner to face the most avoided heavyweight on the planet, okay? And Martin Bakole's promoter, Ben Shalom, wants to see the fighter, the winner of Fury Usyk to fight him next. The Congolese puncher established himself as a legitimate heavyweight contender with a one-sided stoppage victory over highly rated prospect Jared Anderson on the Terrence versus Israel Madrimov card, okay? And Ben said this. He said, "We knew it was coming, but obviously you still get the nerves. Anything can happen in the ring," Shalom said. "You don't know how he is feeling or how he slept, but he was so relaxed, and it was just far too early for Jared Anderson in a test like that." But saying that, Martin does that to 95% of the heavyweights. I think it should have been stopped way earlier than it was. A count of 25 seconds doesn't always help a fighter. I know they wanted him to win, but having him get up 3 times is unnecessary. But Jared has a lot of heart because after the first round, a lot of fighters would have caved in. He said, "Ultimately, we want the winner of Fury versus Usyk, and if Usyk wins, they won't want to see the AJ fight again. They will want to see Usyk tested by someone else." Let me counterpunch. Ben Shalom made a good counterpunch there. Think about it. If Fury loses again, okay, well, Fury's credibility will just be to shit at that point. Then really an idea of Joshua fighting Fury, sure, that would be a hometown fight, but only a hometown fight, and I think it wouldn't really go to a world scale. People would watch it over here, but they wouldn't really want to watch 2 fighters that got beat by the same guy back to back. Let's just be real with that, right? And if Usyk plans on staying at heavyweight because he may go back to cruiserweight, there may be other fighters that we want to see him get tested in if he chooses to stick around. Okay, so I think Ben Shalom has a good point because like I was telling my audience, you guys, I was talking about the idea of AJ fighting Usyk, and I know a lot of people want that, like, you know, the diehard AJ fans, and I'm here to tell you guys that, listen, I don't care to see that fight again. If AJ wins, it's not a big deal because Usyk is slowing down year after year. Okay, he slowed down year after year from 2020 to 2021, 22, 23, 24, and 25. You got to look at that. Like in a 5-year span, you know, he's slowed down because he's getting older. Okay, he's the later part of 30s now. Okay, I know that feeling. You know, things start changing, okay, physically to you once you get past 35. For some people, unhealthy like wise, probably earlier. You know what I mean? But if you're a pretty average bloke, things are still going to happen to you, especially when someone trains tremendously like Alexander Usyk. And we've seen him in his body, the way his body is formed, the way his muscles are not as tight as they were in 2020 or 21. He's changing, okay? So if AJ and they did fight for a trilogy, you're like, okay, a trilogy, that's cool. But would that be warranted versus someone that just dismantled the potential upcoming king in Big Baby Anderson, and he's now on the forefront. He's here up front and center, ready to take on everybody, and he's been claiming he's been beating these guys up and sparring anyway. And if he's lying, Usyk would want to shut him up by getting in the ring with him, wouldn't you think? Counterpunch. So yeah, who would you want to see? A Joshua Usyk 3 fight, which is a decent fight, sure. You know, an average fight, but or would you want to see this monster Bakole that we just seen beat up a 6'4", undefeated, fast, counterpunching, combination fighter like Jared Anderson? And look, he took him to shreds. Which one would you want to see? You know what I mean? And the odds will be in favor of who? A guy that's aging and getting slower like Usyk but still winning? Or a guy that's much younger, much bigger, and maybe stronger in Martin Bakole? So Ben Shalom, his promoter, doing what his job is, promoting the idea, I think it's a good idea. You guys tell me what you think of Ben Shalom stating that they want the winner of Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.